and having fun with this. Um, so it goes show or choose avatar, and then I could choose, and it turns me into whatever I pick.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of fun. All right.
Yeah, now I'm going to try it.
And then I could be like at the beach. Delete beach. No, cancel. I want to be at the beach. Haha. Hey guys.
Okay, yeah, the background, I know that you can change it.
Look at me learning tech stuff.
I need to figure this out.
This is fun.
Like, because I'm at the video button.
Hmm.
Wait, is it the one that says share? Oh no, the arrow at the video button. Okay. Oh, choose avatar. All right.
Yeah. And then you just pick one.
Hmm.
There
Oh,
you go.
oh, you can actually customize it.
Shut up. Hold on. I want to be a wolf or a raccoon for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, absolutely very easily entertained. Oh, this box is pretty cool.
I do like the fox, and I'm gonna sit here as a raccoon until Angela joins because I want her to be mega confused when she logs in.
She would be she would be very confused.
How's Australia?
Selling pretty good, I say. I just got done with the shoot
Yeah, I saw
because
that. So
yeah,
are you doing like a YouTube or what?
YouTube will come, but I thought like I would start with Instagram first with all the updates since
Nice.
that's where the reach is. Um, well, this gym is pretty good because they do a lot with like supporting the pros in Western Australia, which is, it's not a lot of them who still actively compete. So like for the few of us that do, this video guy is hired and paid by the gym to record our content
Oh
in the
wow.
gym,
That's really
which is pretty
nice.
good. Yeah, it's very nice. So I can record as much as I want.
So you get like free content.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
Wow.
And it does a lot for the gym as well because it's also like helping to promote them.
There's
So
baby girl.
I was very hesitant at first because I came in and initially was really overwhelming. Hey Angela,
Hello, good morning or evening.
goes both ways. Yes.
Yeah, bear with me here. You guys can, I just need one sec. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear
Oh,
this perfect.
okay. It's working.
She's telling us that the gym that she trains at, they hire a videographer for the gym and like she gets to use him as much as she wants for
Are
content.
freaking awesome.
Yeah, because like there's I think a total of okay, there's myself, there's another bikini girl, one more fit model, two classic physique guys, one men's physique. So there's total like probably six of us actively competing. So he's like hired to for us to put out as much content as possible because the gym wants us to kind of do that.
Uh-huh.
Um, which it's good for the gym.
It's
And
great for
like
the gym. That's honestly
yeah,
so
yeah,
smart.
the rest are already like actively doing content. I wasn't. So I would say like when I moved here it was kind of overwhelming because they're like, okay, I want to get you on camera, that kind of stuff. And I'm telling you,
Mhm.
talking in front of the camera is not easy.
I know it's not.
Holy hell. Like I was like filming my first reel earlier, like just talking like probably for like 3 minutes. Supposed to be a 3-minute reel. The amount of times you cut, retake, you're like,
Yeah.
When you're doing it like specifically for social media and you have like a little bit of a script, it's honestly takes a lot of energy. Like the business promoting reels that I like hired, like the professional reels that I
yeah.
posted a few of them on my page, and I hired like a social media person. Like they were exhausting.
I
Like
thought that was
they
all you, Angela. I was so impressed. I was like, how does she do all this?
Heather, I can barely log onto Zoom and
I
we've done
know.
like 12 of these.
That's why I
So
was like so impressed. I was like, I might have to have Angela show me how to do some reels. But
if you have a hair question, I'm your girl. Other than that, nah.
look what I figured out today.
Oh my God, that is so funny.
Me and Tanya were just
And
going to
you're an
be animals.
actual
Yeah, we were
raccoon.
just going to be animals when you logged in, but then we
Hmm.
couldn't see each other talk, so it was
Oh,
a little
damn it.
hard. But I
Hmm.
want to give a quick update on my boobs, and
Yes,
then
please.
I want to talk about Tanya going into women's physique because I love it.
Ah,
Um, so
it's big news.
I'm still pretty sore, surprisingly. And like I went to pick up the dog's crock pot because we feed our dogs crock pot chicken and vegetables.
Hmm.
And it's still like it I can feel it pulling. But I had
Yeah.
this like lefty's being a B word. Like I don't know what's
Hmm.
going on with my left one. Like I keep getting muscle spasms in my pecs. It's almost like my pec is fighting the bra. It's the weirdest sensation I've ever felt.
Hmm.
And like my left one, like when I put my hands on it, you can see how much higher the right one's still sitting right now. And so she still needs to like kind of settle into her pocket. And this one's settled, but this is the one that keeps like spasming. And like my nipple has lost its color on the left side. And it's the exact same color as my boob. Like I showed my husband last night and I was like, "Can you?"
Did you show your doctor?
Well, I see him Thursday.
I
But
would
it
send him a picture beforehand.
it just
Heather.
happened and I'm like, "Why?" I'm like nervous that there's like a blood flow issue there,
Yeah.
but there's no pain. And so,
I'm sending him a picture like as soon as we get off the phone. That's
but I
you ain't
Yeah,
trying
I
to have
mean,
your
like
nipple die.
if there's no pain, you never know if it's a nervous thing. I'm not trying to scare
yeah.
you, but
No, no, I know.
just as
But
a point.
I also can tell like when I lift up my shirt and look really hard that like a lot of my nipples aren't very pigmented anyway because I'm just pale. And so it doesn't take much for that color to leach, I guess. But
I'd
like
like
my
to see a picture after our in private.
yeah,
I am the nurse now and I will diagnose
but
you.
I can tell that my left boob is a little bit more red and it's not hot, it's not
Hmm.
painful, it's not swollen. I think what was happening is on my left side, I had two places where my stitches were starting to express and they were catching on my bra. And so I think my skin is really irritated on that side from the
Hmm.
friction. So I had Zach like trim the pieces off that were like, because I'm
Coming
not
out.
going to ask him if it was me, if I could see them, I would just remove the stitches. But
Yeah.
I'm not gonna, I can't do it under where I can't see, and I don't,
Yeah.
he would not want to do that. Um, so I'm wondering if it's like, maybe my boob's just more red and it's hiding the pigment. But anyway, it's
Mm,
really got me a little freaked out.
yeah.
So yeah,
I think that the healing I was told when I had mine that that was completely. I told you like he told me my that he had to do a lot more on my one side and that it would be more sore and like that and the healing was different for both
yeah.
of them.
Well, we have to remember they're two different surgeries. They're not one
Right.
surgery. It's two different surgeries. It's two different body parts, and they will heal completely different.
Be right back.
If wouldn't the color loss, I wouldn't freak out about it. But it's just like
Uh-huh.
strange. It's really weird. It's like
No,
nude.
the muscle spasms are the weird part. I would definitely get it checked.
Well, I've
Did
been
you get
seeing
last
him.
round? Because I
It's
know this is a
worse.
touch up.
It's worse when I'm sleeping. Like if
Hmm.
I, because we sleep with our bedroom in the 50s, like we like it really, really cold. And so like there's a lot of times where I'll like shiver like when I'm moving just for a second.
Hmm.
And if I start shivering, it spasms.
Hmm.
And I have muscle relaxers. I just don't want to take them because they make me
Yeah.
very sleepy. So,
Yeah.
but anyway, that's what's going on. And then my
Hmm.
face is doing its purge post facial, where
Hmm.
all the like any bump that was possibly hiding has decided to surface. And I'm like, great, thanks guys. This is fun. But it's nice and healed. I just got all these little stars on my forehead. You can't see them luckily because they're clear. But
Are they
the
like
little like
pimple
pimple
patches?
patches? Yeah.
Oh,
Heather,
yeah, you
Heather,
can't
did
see them
this
at
happen?
all.
No, the clear ones you can't see. That's why I'll never wear like yellow ones out in public. Like the
Mm.
clear ones, you literally can't see them.
Wait, I'm just going back to the boobs. Like, did this happen the last time round
No, well,
that you
this
done
is
surgery?
the last two surgeries that I had on them were just breast augmentations. So I've had my boobs done. This is my third breast surgery, but this one, because it was a lift and the internal bra, it's just been a very different healing process. Like it's definitely a regular augmentation, you're good to go after like 3 days. Like this has
Mhm.
been like the fact that I'm still sore even
Yeah.
is remarkable to me. Because I'm not used to it. And the fact that like I still like I did wash my own hair for the first time last week and I did okay with it, but I do catch myself wanting to guard a
Mhm.
lot. Like I still kind of T-Rex arms everything and still use
Yeah.
my legs mostly. But I should get if as long as this what's happening is normal, just like nerve stuff, then I should get clearance to do cardio and lower body come Thursday.
Mhm. But your
So
first boobs, were they on top of the muscle or under the muscle? What the
under, I've
hell?
always done under.
Okay.
And so like the second augmentation, I just went up in size because I got bigger, like my shoulders and everything got bigger. And
Mm-hmm.
so my 350 cc's didn't look right anymore. They looked small. And
Right.
so,
That's what you call suffering from success.
right?
Yeah.
Um, and so I went bigger to kind of match my frame a little bit more. And yeah, that surgery was super easy. I literally,
Hmm.
again, told y'all I trained legs like the very next day,
Yeah.
which is completely stupid. Don't do that.
Hmm.
Please let yourself recover because I was out of it for like a week after that. But physically, I could hold plates and move them, because the worst part of healing after a boob job is when it's under the muscle is your pec's literally been
Right.
detached.
Cut. Yeah.
And so you can't engage your core at all because it pulls those
Mm.
stitches. And so that was what was so bad the first time. So the second time, they don't have to re-enter the pec. It's already a pocket. So it's a lot
Mm.
easier the second time. But this time, the incisions are around my nipple, down my boob, under my boob. So it's like a big like keyhole almost. And it's just a lot more soreness. And I can definitely feel like where all the sutures are on the inside, which is really weird. But I think we, just as bodybuilders, are a little bit more in tune with our bodies with things
Yeah.
like that.
Like
And
hyper
so,
aware.
yeah, so I
Yeah.
can like actually feel. And I had this one pain where it felt like anytime I'd walk down the stairs or if when I went to pull up my pants, it would pop. And I was like, I'm sure that this is a nerve or a band or something, and it's not alarming, but I don't like the way this feels. And so I stopped moving that arm pretty much. And when I went to him, he was like, that's completely normal. If you knew how this was all stitched together, he was like, you would probably be surprised it's not doing that more. And so at that point, I was like, okay, well, because I was nervous that I had popped something. And then I was like, well, if I've popped an internal stitch, it's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, it's gonna pull out of my tissue. So I'm gonna know. But that's been my biggest fear is that I'm gonna mess it up and not know that I've messed it up.
Hmm.
But then I figure there's no way that I can mess it up and not know that it's messed up.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's been a lot of fun. But
Yeah. It is. It's an intensive surgery. This is definitely far more aggressive than what you did the last couple times. So
yeah,
it's gonna be a little bit of a journey.
But I'm also here to kind of like reassure you because you've been like out for a while.
Hmm.
And I think like I mean, it's obviously easier for me to say because I never gone through it. But I think when you're so rested this period of time, you're just going to like respond on like another level
that's what I'm
Hmm.
hoping for.
and
And
come back.
Lenny and Johnny both have said the exact same thing too.
Hmm.
It's like Johnny
It's a
was
real
like,
thing.
when you're
It's a real
forced to
thing.
rest, when your body's being pushed, push, push, and I was having this neck pain. I talked to Eleni about it. She had me doing all these shoulder exercises, and she thought I had thoracic outlet syndrome, which is basically all of this. It's just like, right? Him
Yeah.
detaching my pec, my neck pain's gone.
Oh wow.
And I even told her, I was
Wow.
like, well, you were right. As soon as he ripped my pec off, like my neck pain's gone.
What's it called?
Wow.
Thoracic outlet syndrome?
Yeah, and it
Okay.
just means that something between like my neck, chest, and subscap is like impinged.
Impinged.
And
Mm.
because it was like if I went like this, like just
Hmm.
stretching my neck out, I would have pain all the way down my arm.
Oh,
And
wow.
it was
Okay.
there for like 6 months. Like I saw a chiropractor, I saw a massage therapist. My parents even got me like a neck massager for Christmas. And like it didn't matter. It literally you could feel it. I had a golf ball like sitting on like my occipital area right here.
That's
That's
terrible, man.
crazy.
That's totally scary because that feels like a tumor.
It does. It
Yeah.
was like a big knot. And if I pressed in it, it would shoot pain like behind my eye, it shoot pain down my neck. But yeah, it's a lot better. And it's either the surgery or the fact that I can no longer sleep on my stomach because of the surgery. So it was either the
Mm.
way
Yeah.
I'm sleeping,
Or
because
but probably both.
I am a big like this sleeper. So I do think that probably had a lot to do with it too. But
Hmm.
yeah,
Mm.
it feels a lot better.
Probably both. And also having rest. But
Yeah, I see this with the whole people like who really rest because remember when we all had to kind of like be sedentary over the whole COVID period of time. So,
Yeah.
like you would have two kinds of people. One kind of people would be trying to do everything they can, buy the bands, buy the different equipment. And then I had some friends who totally just went F it and didn't do
hmm.
anything for 3 months. And then, but they were the ones who just like ballooned after that.
Yep.
That's funny.
And
Yep.
it's not fair.
That is
But,
crazy.
but, I, but I think it will be very exciting for you, especially like now that your neck pain is out of the way and you get to move better now.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited. And so I know I can't do anything upper for another month, like at all. I might put like a cuff on my wrist and do like no weighted cable raises just to put some
Yeah, just to
blood
get
into
some
my
movement.
shoulder. I don't really know how I'm going to do that with my back unless I do like rear delt or just like some pulleys
Hmm.
with no weight, just to again just get some blood flowing and just ease back into my strength because I haven't been holding anything like holding that crock pot this morning, like my arms were shaking and I was like, oh my God.
Mhm.
But we got this new peptide and it's a fragment of follistatin. So it's like broken down
Okay.
into a more specific particle. And I have it here, and I'm so ready to try it because it's supposed to be a inhibit myostatin, right? So it's supposed to
Hmm.
break down so I can like unlock my skeletal muscle, but it's not. It doesn't have as much impact on sex hormones as follistatin does because it does raise test. So I'm really, really excited to try it, but I won't let myself try it until I
Hmm.
can fully
Really
train. I don't want
train.
to waste the peptide,
Yeah.
But I'm curious to see what it does. It's one of those things that I want to try before I'll give to another female because I want to know
Hmm.
how it impacts a female.
Hmm.
I'm not going to ever have kids, so I'm willing to like play with myself a little bit.
You're
But
right. Ladies and gentlemen, Heather is your walking pincushion.
Yeah.
I call myself the guinea pig.
Yeah.
Like
Literally.
I guinea pig so many things for the company.
Like actual
We actually get a monthly credit from the company to try new
to try
products.
things. I mean, that's
Mhm.
smart. That's the
Mhm.
same. That's really smart. Just like the friggin' gym owner using the doing the videography. Like that's helping doing nothing but to help their company. So,
Right, that's super cool.
especially if you have people like you that are willing to do it, like hell yeah.
I'm trying to get the little bodyplex here to put a posing room in
Yeah.
just for something. But
It's really important actually. Like that's the same thing with our gym here. Like it's a very good gym, but hit the posing is just not good. But he's of course already obsessed with Corey, so he's like, I'll do whatever you tell me to do. I'm like, okay.
Corey's little fan club, he's gonna have a free
Yeah.
videographer just of some layman that just wants to follow him around in video.
Literally, no, literally. But
That'd
he's
be good,
actually
but
loving it. He's been
imagine
on the follistatin for like a week, I think, maybe a
hmm
little longer, and he absolutely loves it. He's like, my strength is insane.
That's what Austin said. And it's time for him to,
Hmm.
he needs a break because he's been on it for 3 months. But
Hmm.
yeah, like my guys love, I think it's going to be a game changer. But I have seen a lot of data on it, because I'm a nerd and I Google search
Hmm.
everything, dive deep into it. But there's a lot of bodybuilding forums that talk about follistatin doesn't work. And I'm like, you
Hmm.
got bunk stuff, man. Because I'm telling you, the people that I put on pharmaceutical grade follistatin, they love it.
That's what he actually said, the exact same thing, that he thinks that it's like people are getting a lot of fake. He's like, I don't know what the hell they're talking about because it's absolutely like he's actually surprising himself. He doesn't expect to be able to like do what he's doing. And it's such an obvious change with just that one addition
Hmm.
that it's like he has to felt like kind of like icky a couple of days.
hmm,
But who knows, there's not that's not the only compound on deck. So
Right. Well, you have access through your company with Thymus and Alpha, right?
I think that, yeah, I'm pretty sure he added, I think you maybe told him when we were there to add
Yeah.
that, and
Yeah.
yeah, except for his immune system.
Yeah. Because follistatin
Hmm.
does break down the immune system, and the Thymus and Alpha it'll support it, and it'll keep him from feeling like, because you do almost feel fluish.
That's what he says. Yeah, like just icky.
And
His
the
last
Thymus and Alpha
injection got
will
really
help.
weird in his stomach, though. It lumped up and got really, I don't know if he had a histamine response or he's been doing it in his glute, but there's so many pins that he's like, I'm going to try a different area, but it's like a red spot. Like,
A lot of peptides do that. Like SS31, when I first took it, my entire stomach turned red. I actually had to like
oh God.
my
Wow.
coping mechanism when I panic is I have to sit in front of my floor fan and pet my cat.
yeah.
Because I'm like, pretty kitty, you're not having a panic attack, pretty kitty. Yeah. And so ever since I had that anaphylactic reaction to mahi, like I get really nervous now.
Uh,
And so my whole
yeah.
stomach turned like almost broke out in hives. And I'm like, it's okay.
Okay.
It's okay. And I keep telling myself, as long as you can breathe, you're fine. Your breathing is fine. Your tongue's not swelling. Your breathing is fine. So I'm petting my kitty in front of my fan, and then it goes away. And it
I'm gonna
never
tell
did.
Heather's official advice is to pet Lily and stay pretty kid.
It's the air on the face. I swear there's
Yeah.
something about it. It's like
Hmm.
distracting enough to where you can
Hmm.
calm down, and it helps regulate your breathing because it's almost like
Yeah.
oxygen therapy at that
Yeah.
point. And so I'm just like, just, and
It's
it does.
crazy.
That's the only way I can calm down. The
Hmm.
very first time I took Tessamorelin, it makes you flush, and it is a
Yeah.
histamine response. It's not an allergic
Mhm.
reaction, but it can be very alarming. Like I could literally feel the
Hmm.
blood pumping through my lips. It was the weirdest sensation.
It does feel weird.
So naturally, I sent myself into an SVT because I was having a panic attack because I thought I was having an allergic reaction to it because I got super, super flush. I felt like someone took my body and squeezed it. And I was like, so then it's like midnight and I'm sitting in front of my fan petting my cat. And my husband's like, we call each other bro. He's like, bro, are you good?
Well,
And I'm like, I think I'm having a panic attack. I'm gonna be okay though. Like, just give me
I
a minute.
either I'm having a panic attack or I'm dying, one of the two.
Or
I'm
it's an
not really
allergic
sure
reaction,
yet.
either way.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
called the owner of the company the next day and I was like, does it cause like a heart rate response like that? And he's like, no. He goes, but
No.
the flushing was normal. I was like, bro, you gotta tell people that. You know,
Hmm.
you gotta warn people what to feel. But this is
Hmm.
exactly why I guinea pig stuff. It's because now I know to tell my patients, hey, this is completely normal.
Hmm. Yep, exactly.
But yeah,
So,
it's fun. Fun stuff.
yeah. Good.
All
Okay,
right.
what's going on with you? What's your news?
No, I think like Angela, we are talking about like exercises now. So
Yeah.
Angela's got news as well.
Yeah. So so I've done two of my days of my programming, which is like it's I can't even describe like how good it's been for me, like mentally, honestly, even after like the first day. But I just love a new program. As much as it's like kind of like scary and frustrating to um ha have to learn new movements and like start to understand and stuff, it's so good for us. Like it's so good to learn those new things and like have those new challenges. So I'm just really excited. I was telling her like after I actually text Heather right
She
away
did.
after my leg day,
She's
and
like,
I was
Oh,
like,
girl.
really?
no, 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 no. And then the next day, I was like, I have never felt my glutes that deep. I guess it was like the sequence of the way. I mean, obviously I've
Yeah.
trained hard before, but like the intense deep burn in my glute, I was like, what the hell? And then the next day I told her, I was like, I feel like I have a diaper on. Like the pump in my butt. I was like, is this what black girls feel like? Like I don't this it literally felt like I was walking around with like a dumpy. And which
Puppy.
a little dumpy, like a big butt, a dumpy.
Oh, I thought you meant like a poop in your diaper. I was like,
Well,
gross.
that too. No, it wasn't. It was all around, thank God. But no, 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 no. And it's still pretty, like I'm supposed to have the next leg day, the next lower day is supposed
Mhm.
to be today, and I'm recovered enough to train, but I definitely am like I can still feel it specifically in my glutes and like my hamstrings. So I'm just really excited. Even the ab workout was like way
Yeah.
more challenging than I thought it was going to be. Like I was like, because I do vacuums every day. I've been back and doing my vacuums every day, and I do abs, but I was just like, wow, this was way. And when you're really like focusing, like I guess I wasn't like being so mindful of like the details. Like had been like going through the motions more. And so when you're like focused more on the details of like the notes that you give, like
Yeah,
keep your pelvis
my
tilted
worry was
down
like,
or
am
whatever.
I giving her too much info to process at once?
No,
But
because
I
I just do what I
what you
can,
want program.
and like I just go into it knowing like I'm not gonna be perfect. So I'm like, just do the best I can with what I have and then like send you the videos
We'll
and
fine tune from
apply the
there, right?
coaching. Yeah.
Yeah.
So just like,
Yeah, we just tweak one thing at a time.
right.
I told
Exactly. And
Angela, I was like, you've converted me. I will be reaching out to Tanya. I'll
yeah,
have you
no.
help me ease back into training life because I honestly have no clue what to do with my
Hmm.
lower body when I can't like lift plates. I'm like, am I just gonna
Yeah.
do like walking lunges with body weight? I guess so. But anyway, I'm gonna reach out to you.
I think like a
I'm
lot of it with at least for you first, Heather, would be um obviously re-establishing some good movement up here first, and obviously some basic endurance with the lower body. But yeah, Angela, I'm glad like it's working out really well for you because if you're feeling like this after 2 days, that's my intention. I keep you like that with the upper lower, and that's how you're gonna keep those areas full as the days go on because it's high frequency.
right. And I really like that it's like that it feels good that this is a starting point, if that makes
Mhm.
sense. Like, okay, this is a really good, like, I feel good about each of the starting point. Like the leg day was like, I was sweating my ass off and like it was very challenging, but I know that I still have room to push. if that makes
Yeah.
sense, because I was really keep trying to keep the weight pretty low and just like focusing on like the cues that you had given. I
Mhm.
do have the trap bar deadlift today, which I told you how I feel about deadlifts. Like I get a little like so I'm a little nervous on that, but like again, I'm just
Go
it's also
easy.
good to be nervous. It's good to be
Yeah.
nervous. Oh, I'll definitely be going easy because I don't like I told you I don't fuck
I,
around
I
with my
give
back.
I give feeling like the trap bar as well because I notice people with that back compression or just SIJ in general, it's got to do a lot to do with like very minimal hip rotation that you have on one side, and
Hmm.
then your QL is just extra tight on the other side. So what happens is then, your lower back tries to do the movement itself,
Right.
which is why when like you were telling me your dumbbell RDLs, you're only what doing
30 pounds,
35
35
pounds.
pounds was my top set, I
And,
think.
and and that's fine because in August, I was only doing 35 pounds for my dumbbells as well. Because honestly, like RDLs are not easy to do when you nail it right. So when you look at
Hmm.
the bikini girls, they can take lightweight and they can keep using that lightweight. They must be doing something that we're not, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
You like the wellness girls, like boom, like that. Yes, sure, they lift heavy compounds,
Hmm.
but most of the time they also do post like a lot of these stuff.
Hmm.
There's got to be some merit to it.
Yeah.
That's what I think. But I want to like get you to feel comfortable and confident with your RDLs and in the range that
Yeah.
you're going to. And then we increase that range. And then once your core catches up and both sides balance out very nicely, then we can keep stacking those weights. So
Yep.
it's good that it's starting low.
Yeah. Well, I mean, obviously, whatever. I mean, we're feeling it the next we're day 3 or 4 days, I think, from it. Monday was it? So 3 days, and I'm definitely still feeling it. So, I do have the I'm just gonna ask you while I have you on here, but the banded, what's it called? The banded
Adapters,
abduction. Yeah, a standing
the
banded
lying one or
abduction.
standing?
It's standing. So you're talking about putting a long band on the
Yeah.
cable, like say attached to the cable, and then being in an abduction with the just the band. No
Or you
weight.
could, oh, hello. Oh my God. Oh my
Hello.
God. Is a ginger? Oh my
Kitty
God.
kitty. Kitty
Hey,
kitty.
Pumpkin. He's
Yeah.
Punkerino.
Oh, it does not look happy.
Oh, he's very happy. He's purring his head off.
Oh, it's
You
so
can do
cute.
anything to this cat. He does not care.
Kitty kitty.
It's so fluffy.
But is that
Yeah.
what you're talking
No,
about?
I would say I'll send you a video later. Just hook the
Okay.
band around both your ankles. It's a booty band, and you're just like rotating your knees and your feet in and just kicking out to the side and
Okay.
lock out both your legs.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll send you a video. You're good.
Yeah. Because I said there's like on YouTube, there's like probably like 50 different variations of
1,000
this.
different variations. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, I don't know if you have a library. You need to work with that videographer to get a library going.
That would be a good
That
idea,
would be great.
actually.
Yeah, no, so yeah, I send the program. People are like, do you send videos? I say, well, if you want me to send a specific one, I will send you because look, there are so many videos out there, and even if they were tutorials, not all of them do it right. I'm
Right.
No.
sorry.
Like I would say 90% of them aren't because like I was scrolling for like a couple other exercises and I'm like, no, 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 that's not right. No.
But I'll do it the way I want it to be done.
Hmm. Yeah. So I'm like making sure that's why that one specifically, there were so many different variations and I was like, this one looks right. I don't know.
Mm.
But just there's definitely a few things that a lot of the things, especially like the like just what you're trying to achieve, it's very specific to the way you want it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if that makes sense.
Mm.
Mhm. But yeah, I'm pumped for it. I'm super excited. I know
It
that's
was,
going
it
to be
was,
really great.
it was so funny because like Angela reached out, I think like sometime last year, and I was like, okay, we're gonna find time to have this
Hmm.
call first week of January, and then her messages got buried in my DMs because every time I post a damn check-in, you have boom, all the DMs will come, and it just goes right at the bottom with like, well, if I'm
Hmm.
trying to speak with anyone, so I was like, please double text me if I don't respond, and
Hmm.
then Justin and then Jacoby just messages me like, hi, Angela has been reaching out regarding.
Justin's like, I'm gonna reach out to her because Justin loves to do that. That's like his favorite thing to do. And I'm like, no, like I don't want to be annoying. And he's like, no, it's no big deal. And then he's
Oh,
like,
no,
oh,
no.
then 2 seconds later, he's like, yeah, I text her. And I was like, okay, Dad, thanks a lot, Dad.
So, how do you want to be contacted? Like, do you want to WhatsApp or like for me? How do you want me to contact you for this?
Or anyone else that would
Um,
like to use you.
yeah, I
Yeah,
think you can
but
do
for me.
WhatsApp with me. Like work stuff with all my clients is all WhatsApp.
Okay,
Hmm.
Yeah. And I save like Instagram for all the nonsense that we talked about. That's what I
Hmm.
do.
got it.
Yeah.
I gotta send
I'm,
someone the
I'm very
payroll
happy that it's
folder.
working out for you, Angela.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited. I even like I didn't love my pictures. I took my first check-ins. I hadn't taken any check-ins since the beginning
Girl,
of
you look
November.
good. I
You
almost
know
said
how it
something to your
is.
post. I was about to be like, girl, get out of your head. But I do. I understand.
Well, it's just so it's not even the leanness. Like I'm happy to be growing, I'm happy to be eating. So it's not that I want to be like lean or shredded again. It's just you know how it is. Like yeah, you
Mhm.
know how it is. It's not the body composition. So it's just like, oh God. So it's at that same time though, I'm like happy that like I'm at a great starting point. I have a decent amount of food. I'm like can only like build from the food. I have a really good protocol right now and then a good training program. So as like kind of hard as it is to feel like I'm not exactly where I want to be, it's also like good to know that I'm at like a really good starting point.
Yeah, like for
So
one, when you shared with me like what you were going through, like now you're in a better spot with life as well. And
so much
obviously
better.
take all these like protocols can't go wrong.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
like just like from the starting videos that you were sending me before I sent you your program, I was like, yeah, that's definitely like training that she has fully not maximized. Because like
Yeah.
I told Angela straight, I said we got a lot of work to be done.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it makes it exciting. While it's not to knock you down, obviously not to discourage you, but it's like you have built your physique just doing what you knew best,
Hmm.
and then now you have like, oh, I have like a high ceiling to really
Well,
maximize.
no, that's exactly what I'm saying. It's like I'm as tough as it is, it's also like cool to know like when you feel like you've like peaked, it's that's also can be kind of like, okay, what do I do from here? Like what's my purpose? Am I just maintaining? So like when you know that you also have a lot of room to grow, that's also like really exciting. And like also not only do you have room to grow, but now you have the tools to actually do it. Because
Yeah.
it's one thing to be like, oh, I have a lot of growing to do, and you have absolutely no tools to do it. But like
Mhm.
somebody's like, okay, you have a lot of room to grow, and here's the tools, and I'm gonna help you. That's just like that is what you need to get to the next point.
Yeah, and I never force people to come and hire me for training because look, we're already paying a lot of money to in this
Hmm.
sport. You pay coaching, you pay for this, you pay for that. So like obviously like if this is something that I say like when people are interested and you can afford, like by all means like come like I would be more than happy to help you because I know at that level with like a lot of these prep coaches, they don't have the time to like look at training, which is why I
Hmm.
really respect like like Jacoby and many other coaches that I'm doing this for their athletes because they start to outsource just for their
Hmm.
business to be better. Because
Right.
everyone here,
For their athletes to be better.
yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, Justin, he pretty much just straight up told me that like it's time for he needs somebody like beyond like his knowledge to help me get to the next level. So, which
mhm.
of course I really respect. So, I was gonna say something else, but I can't remember what. Oh well, it'll come to me. It was something that you said, but yeah, no, it's also like this is what I was gonna say. Like I because I was in such a bad place mentally, and like I didn't even realize like how bad I was mentally. And also like the only thing I had control over was like trying to stay lean and like not eating that much. So I was in a bad place mentally. My body wasn't like my training like just started to really suffer and suck. Like I was not strong, like my health was not good. And then when you as a bodybuilder, when you start to like hate your training, like that's when bad shit really starts to happen
Yeah,
because
for sure.
like that's the part that you should love the most. And so, like, even that first workout is like, that was a big part of me. I was like, I'm so much healthier mentally. And then to have something like that where I know that I can grow, it was like, oh God, like I love training. Like, this is why I love this sport. Like, it helped me remember that. So that's even more like, because let's face it, like, this is a hobby, especially for us as females. Like, I know most of us want to make money, we want to go to the Olympia, but at the end of the day, I always say, like, it's a hobby and you should enjoy
Yeah,
it. It's an expensive hobby.
it's a luxury hobby.
It is. Yeah,
Luxury
so if you're
hobby.
like hating it and you're not feeling good and like that's it's like what is even the point? And I do love bodybuilding, but like I was so mentally fucked and not doing the wrong things that I was like thinking to myself I didn't love bodybuilding, but it wasn't that. It was all the other things affecting
Yeah,
me. So,
And I think just like in a spot now, you've got Heather, and then you've got me, Heather,
hmm
who is like the really good, energetic guy. I think a
yeah.
lot of the energy will keep rubbing off on you.
Oh, 1,000. I was actually really surprised with my post though yesterday because I had several people comment, but I had like 5 or 6 pros like reach out to me, and I know that other bodybuilders go through like similar things, but it really is like when you're kind of like feeling like you're like lo losing it all, like you lost your physique and now you're losing like your passion for the sport. Like just it was really very nice of like other figure athletes and like some of my teammates to like reach out and be like, "Girl, like I've been there, like we get it." So that
Yeah.
was kind of nice because you just start to feel like, oh, I'm just like old and washed up and I shouldn't be a bodybuilder. I should just be I'm dog mom. Yeah.
Start to your 2026.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm excited for all three of us. I booked my
Absolutely.
air tickets. Finally.
Oh, you're coming here.
Yeah, I am.
Where are you coming?
So, I will, it's like 20 hours, 32 to 20 to 32 hours. Thanks, Jacob. I realized like now I've
Can
got to
you just
pay.
like take some drugs, Heather? Can we send her something to sleep for like 20 hours?
Yeah, we can mail you some things.
No, I'll be
Yeah.
fine. I do pretty well with. I mean, it's not the first time I've flown to the States. My first time was, I think, like 3 years ago. Um, I had like a Harry Potter marathon.
Oh, that's the
Yeah.
best.
How many stops is
Definitely.
it?
Marauders
No,
Max.
okay. It's gonna be two.
Yep.
So it's gonna be like a little bit struggle town. Because when I flew to Vegas, I only had to transit once at San Fran, but
hmm
this time around, I will stop at New York first, and then I will have to make a transit again at Houston, and then I will arrive at Tampa last.
Oh, your final destination is Tampa?
So
So
I'm
does
doing
that mean
Tampa
you're doing
Pro.
Tampa Pro?
Yeah, I'm doing Tampa Pro, and then 1 week later will be Atlanta, which is I think it's relative. Is it closer to you, Heather? Atlanta?
Atlanta's at 45 minutes from me.
Right there. She's in Ohio. Yeah,
Oh,
in
perfect.
Georgia.
Yeah.
So what I did for Atlanta Pro, because realistically with traffic, it's about an hour, and especially because the pros compete on Friday and traffic's pretty bad in Atlanta on Friday, is I stayed home until the night before, and I stayed in the host hotel just the night before, just to
Mm.
like tanning and stuff. I didn't have to like drive back and forth so much. But yeah, you can come stay here if you want.
Yeah, I will ask you for the gym recommendations because I think like the show venue is not out yet. So for me, international, I want to book things like early so it's cheaper.
Yeah, it
hmm
usually is at the Georgia International Conference Center, but I'm wondering if they'll change location because I tell you the lighting at Atlanta Pro is awful. And
Um,
so when you're posing with Christina, like let her know that for Atlanta Pro, all the lighting is directly overhead. So where you would normally tilt a little bit more forward for the judges, you can't do that at Atlanta. It shadows you too much.
right. Okay.
So just something to know because Mitch told me not to pose Bill tilted forward, and I did. And I should have listened to Mitch because he was like, "This is the lighting. You need to do this." So.
That's
Um,
awesome.
but yeah, it's not far from me at all. Well, if you're doing Atlanta, then I'll definitely come to Atlanta Pro. Because I was
hmm
going to say, if you're doing Tampa, then I'll come to Tampa because I know Eleni's going to be there. And then, like, I think my girlfriends, Marissa and Jillian, they have family. I think they were talking about going to Tampa Pro. It might be a fun trip anyway. This is
hmm
in August, right? It's like,
Marissa competing this year?
I don't know if she's competing this year or next year.
Um,
I think maybe next year. Like, I think she's
right.
talking about Tampa next year.
Mm.
I'm sorry, Marissa, if I gave away your secret.
Yeah.
I don't
Oh,
know if
no,
that
don't
was
worry. It's
Heather's
private.
blowing up
a
spot.
secret.
Sorry, guys. I know some people don't like to announce their shows. I'm not like
Yeah.
that, but I know plenty of people are, and I can understand
Yeah.
it because they don't want the hype and then to change plans. But you
No,
know,
I'm like one of those that like I'm not going to outrightly announce it. But if you ask me like here, like you ask me like I'll just say it as it is because I feel like people don't remember anyway.
no, and
So
other people don't really. I mean,
people
it's not that
don't
they
care
don't
as much
care,
as we
but
think.
they don't care. You know what I mean? Like if your
Yeah.
Yeah,
plans
yeah.
change, nobody's like, oh, it happened. You know, so it's just not like that.
I
I
don't think anybody on like a pro, like maybe I'm wrong. I'm sure there is a rare person, but the majority of pros aren't going to be like, oh my God, she's doing the show. I'm not doing it. Like yeah, like I don't think people are gonna change plans because somebody else is doing it.
Well,
Like that's kind of
no.
wild.
But I think too, we talked about this in another episode of just like the camaraderie and the more
Hmm.
muscular female divisions. Like we're all
Hmm.
very supportive of each other. Like, yeah, it's a
Exactly.
competition, but you can make friends with, and support each other. And it doesn't have to
This
be,
is what I say, like bodybuilding, and we're serious when we compete, but at the end of the day, it's not that serious. Angela, it's a hobby.
Right. Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, it
It don't
is.
pay my bills. I know that. So,
Yeah, and as
1,000%.
it's for most
In
females,
fact,
it's
I'm
not going to pay
losing
our
money
bills.
because of it. Like, I'm
Yeah.
paying my bills, I'm losing money because of this.
Yeah.
hmm
Absolutely.
I think
Yep.
about it, how much richer would you be if you were doing this like recreation?
Yeah, I can imagine. Like, because I know how
Hmm.
much I spend on I don't know that I probably would still take a lot of the peptides that I take, but maybe not all of
Hmm.
them. And then like my coaching and then the training and then the suits.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I,
it's a lot.
I think I'm going to
Like,
start renting out my suits, but it makes me really nervous because
Isn't it a lot for
there's some
those?
dickheads out there and I don't want anybody messing up
yeah.
my suit. But
Hmm.
Oh, my friends have like terrible like experiences.
mm, I just know like this one girl, somebody posted her on Instagram and her suit lady really screwed her over. She had a larger chest like I do, and they sent her molded cups, and molded cups are very hit or miss with a large chest, and it didn't even sit on like there was this much of her boob hanging out the bottom of her suit.
Hmm.
And so somebody was like, "Hey, does anybody with a large chest have a suit?" So I messaged the girl. She's 4'11". I'm 5'5", and I was like, "I don't know if it's going to fit you, but I think it'll fit your chest." It fit
Mm.
her perfect. And when I tell you she took such good care of my suit, it was her first show. And so she immediately sent it back to me, but I asked her not to wash it. I was like, let me wash it just because it's your first show and I don't want you Googling how to
Yeah.
wash a suit. I would rather just
Yeah.
wash it myself. Um, which I don't mind doing that, but I would rather clean it. But she sent it back. I mean, it's in pristine condition, and I didn't charge her for it because the poor girl is 10 days out. Like, I'm not going to make you pay to rent a suit when you're desperate. That's rude.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I thought about it, but then like my purple one, I love that lavender suit so much. I don't know that I would ever let anybody else wear it. But then I always want new suits
Always
for
keep it
shows.
as
So I'm
your
like, they're
keep
just kind of
it.
rotting there. So why not make money off of them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Maybe
Mm.
just keep like why what would you sell them? Just sell the ones that like maybe just keep the like more special ones to
Maybe
you.
Angela,
just yeah,
you,
sell the ones that don't give you as good luck.
right?
Yeah.
Like you've seen my closet. Like I'm a little bit of a
Yeah.
hoarder when it comes
Yeah.
to like clothing. And I just have a hard time letting stuff like that go because I'm like, what if I need it?
You're not.
But
You're
I
not gonna
really
find it.
think
You're not gonna wear those suits again.
I know because my chest is
You
different
didn't
now.
even, and also you didn't even want to wear the same suit for
The
multiple shows
three,
in the
I know.
same
And
year.
I've already purchased two suits for 2027. So it's like, what do I need six suits for? I don't. I need to sell some of these. But then I'm like,
Yeah.
but which ones am I willing to part with?
Like
You
the
Yeah,
know?
no,
pro
it's like which
debut
one gives you the
one.
most because they all carry a different kind of sentimental value.
Hmm.
Yeah. I will say, surprisingly, the lavender suit ended up being my favorite look because it was
Yeah.
just so different. Like I have not seen another suit color like that.
Yeah.
And my solid blue one is probably my favorite in person, but I don't think that the color of that suit translates as pretty on stage. It almost looks navy, where
Mm.
I think my purple and blue that I wore at Florida is prettier than the solid blue. So I think I would be willing to sell that one. And I need to sell my North American suit because those were two boobies ago.
Yeah,
It definitely don't
exactly.
fit,
They ain't wearing those
Yeah,
again.
if you're keeping those, it's mainly just for sentimental value. That is all.
Yeah, the turquoise one, it's like, but this is the suit I went pro in. But like realistically, it's not even, it's literally in a Ziploc bag on my floor. Like it needs to be
Yeah.
sold. Like it's not going anywhere, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Especially if that money you can use towards like a new suit, you know what I
right?
mean? To like for like more memories. So it's not like you're just not going to continue in the sport, You're
Yeah.
continuing with it to buy new suits. So I would
Speaking of
definitely sell
suits,
mine.
Carissa's website is live. So I think
Oh,
she'd be
awesome.
willing, maybe we can get her next time. Tanya,
Mhm.
we're trying to keep this time going forward, just so you know.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
literally open invite, just pop on whenever you want to. We
I
love having
okay.
you. You're
Did
part of the
you
podcast
use
now.
did you use
Oh
Carissa, Tanya?
No,
no.
she has somebody.
Okay, no, I did use Carissa for my black practice suit, like the one that
Mhm.
I used for my check-ins. And then subsequently, she had that athlete search release. I was going to apply, but I was in my head, I was thinking like, maybe she would work with people who are more domestic. Because like the market's just bigger in the States. But anyways, I just had like an Asian company reached out.
Mm.
They sponsor like the most number of based competitors, and they sponsored Pittsburgh Pro as well, Pro Suits. So I'm working with them now,
Oh,
That's
like
nice.
awesome.
a company. One thing that I can be, and I was like confident working with like a Chinese sponsor because when you're working with Asians, whatever you ask, that shit gets shipped to you, and it really reached me in 5 days. Everything I asked,
We
and
love
I'm not
that.
every off season.
Yeah, we love that.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than being stressed about your suit. I think that's another reason I like to hang on to mine because then it's like I always have
Hmm.
something.
You have like
Yeah,
nine.
But at least if I just keep one, then we have a backup.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I definitely,
having
I
a
had
backup is
two
extremely important.
crazy experience, like not this year, thank God. Well, last year because I didn't compete, but first it was great. But before that, I think it was 7 days out from my show that I got my suit that didn't fit. And luckily there's Christy Guyton, who's like she has Guyton suits. She's pretty popular. She's done some pro shoots. I do her hair, and she was so kind enough. Like it was amazing. She came to my salon, brought her sewing machine to my salon because she lives like an hour away, and she didn't want me to have to drive unnecessary to come to her, because I was already driving from Charleston, and fixed my suit in my salon in my bathroom with her sewing kit set up in my with her sewing machine set up in my bathroom. But yeah, that whole experience was absolutely wild. So I won't mess around with anybody else but Krista from now on, ever.
No,
It's
I
just the
had.
professionalism.
If you think your experience was bad, let me tell you, like the last three, oh, no, I've only done 4 shows. All 4 shows that I've done, I used to hire somebody else to do my suit, and none of them ever arrived on time. None. All 4 times, none. Like first one, because I was competing in Korea, so I said like I need my suit like 3 weeks out before I fly. And she said, I
Hmm.
don't, I'll send it. I'll send it. I'll send it. I had to keep asking, are you going to send it? Are you going to send it? So eventually I flew, and then she had no choice but to send it to like the host hotel.
Hotel.
It's
Mm-mm.
like
I'd be too
outskirts of
stressed.
Korea. So when it arrived the night before I stepped on stage
Mm-mm.
at
Mm-mm.
that venue. So I guess dots and crosses, it arrived. And then after that Vegas, she was US based. Um, I was doing Olympia amateurs. She said, "Oh, don't worry. This time around, I will not screw it up because it's domestic and UPS in America is pretty fast." She said, "I'll
Hmm.
get it to you at your venue quickly," because she was going to be there. So she shipped it, and I received the parcel. My show was Tuesday. It arrived Monday, and I was,
My God.
no, wait. And even then, so I asked because I bought a suit and a practice suit, a new
Hmm.
one. So the suit arrived, and then only the bra top of the practice suit
Oh
arrived.
my gosh.
I was like, where's the bottom? So and then she says, oh, it dropped out in my car. All right. Well, at least the suit arrived, and not like the other way around,
Yeah,
where
where you
like,
just
Imagine
got the
you
top of
only have a
the
top.
show suit. Yeah. Oh my
yeah.
Oh my God.
God.
No, that
So
would
that's
be
the
so
second time.
stressful.
Hmm.
And then the third time, I just decided to rewear the one that I wore in Vegas. But
Hmm.
my pro debut in Korea, like 2024, show number 4, I said like, okay, I was like, okay, let me give her a third chance, right? Third time's the charm. Um, so she did a really good job with the suit, very pretty. Misspelled Singapore on the label, and then Singapore is Singapore. She spelled it as PUR towards the end.
Pure. Yeah.
Her. And that's
Yeah.
that's a state in Malaysia next door to Singapore.
Oh my gosh.
So we went there to somebody's doorstep, and then I had to fly to Korea, so I flew. And she was like, uh, and I was like, well then, I guess I'm not getting my suit. So what happens then? My dad, so I flew my dad in because it eventually she sent like another suit, a second one, but it arrived in Singapore. By then I had already flown to Korea.
Yeah.
I flew my dad to Korea just to pass it to me.
To bring your suit.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh. That is wild. That's
That's so
definitely crazy.
stressful.
I don't understand that. Like, I just don't get the unprofessionalism. Like, don't take on more than you can handle. And I think that's what it comes down to. It's just like you're taking on, oh, hey Lily, you're taking on way too many clients. And like, I understand everybody wants to get paid, but if you can't handle the work, if you can't deliver
it's just gonna hurt
well
your
on
brand.
time, it's so much. Yeah, exactly. It totally hurts your brand.
Well,
Totally hurts it.
if you can't
Because
understand as a
people
business
thought
owner in this what stress and cortisol does to an athlete, that that
Exactly.
meaning too, and how much it
Exactly.
affects the athlete's look on stage when they're that stressed that close to a show. And that's
Yep.
yeah,
not fair.
they don't understand that, especially when you do it to me and I was new, for sure.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, that would
Everything
not
is
fly.
already like just extra scary to you, right?
So
Yep.
I use this lady out of Hawaii, and I'm not talking about Carissa. She
Uh-huh.
ended up moving to Texas. And she makes, I'm telling you, this woman makes stunning suits. Even to this day, and this was probably it was 10 years ago at this point. I bought three suits from her. It's been 10 years. She still owes me a suit. She only sent me
Really?
two. I paid for three. I even threatened to sue her. And I would not actually sue anybody because I just don't,
Hmm.
it's a suit. It's going to cost me more to sue her. But I was just like,
Right.
listen, I was like, even send me a quick ship at this point. Just send me a suit. Because I'll
Anything.
turn
Yeah.
around and sell it, you know? And then she basically ghosted me. Well, she's still actively making suits today because when I did Atlanta Pro, I saw a girl wearing a suit and I was like, is this suit by this lady? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, I can spot her suits out of a lineup. That's how unique and pretty they are. But she's
You should,
not
yeah.
worth the headache of not knowing if I'm going to get my freaking suit or not.
I'm
Like
Hmm.
gonna like
dealing with her
message
was a
you later
nightmare.
because I'm just wondering if we got the same person.
It was
I'm just
Renee Paz.
right, right. No,
Renee
mine's not.
Paz. And she makes, I'm telling you, she makes gorgeous suits. So like my very first suit that was that blue and silver, anyway, I don't really post it much because I didn't like my size. It was small. It was my first ever figure show, but like the suit is stunning. And
Hmm.
she blends colors like really, really well. Like she's just does stunning suits, but golly, she's such a pain in the rear to deal with. And I was like, never again.
Yeah,
Like it's not worth that level of like having to fight someone to send you a freaking suit.
100%. And you don't feel good about it, right? Like you feel annoyed.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
I
It
feel
was
you on that.
it was this suit
Yeah, because the
and this
oh,
one.
oh,
Yeah.
this is
It's
so
great.
nice.
Yeah, she makes beautiful suits. And like when you like the way that they shine.
Yeah.
Mm,
But yeah,
yeah.
I mean like maybe she's gotten better. I mean, it's been 10 years. I know she had a lot going on in her life,
Hmm.
but you got to give people, I guess, the benefit of the doubt. But I just personally can never use her again because
Hmm.
I don't trust her.
It's just too much. Yeah.
hmm Whereas like Carissa, we had a slight misunderstanding after my consult, and she sent me videos of her stoning my two suits where they weren't right. And I was like, I wanted a solid blue suit, and this suit is blue and purple. And then I wanted a purple suit that had blue accents. And she made me a solid purple suit. And then she made me a blue suit with purple accents. So it was a little mistranslated.
Hmm.
Well, the blue with the purple was the one I wore for Florida. I ended up loving the suit, but I was like, but I still want a solid blue suit. Like I want
Hmm.
like an electric blue suit. So I ended up paying her for that one just so that I was
Hmm.
like, no, I'll keep it. Like it's gorgeous. It's just not what I wanted.
Yeah.
But it ended up being my one of my favorites. But I communicated that with her. She completely redid the purple, and you saw how gorgeous it ended up turning out.
Yeah. They all
But
three were really so. I remember seeing that blue one when she posted it, and I was like, I know this is Heather's suit, and I know it, and it's
but
gonna look so good with the blonde
she
hair.
she never got annoyed with me. You know what I mean? Like she was, oh no, like I'll fix it right away. She's like, this is your suit. I want you to feel, you know what I mean? And I just love her personality because I was like, I don't want to bug her. Like I don't want to be like that person, but like I don't like this one. Like the purple one I did not like. And I sent a video to Andrea Shaw and I was like, am I crazy? She's like, nah, girl, that's too ugly. I was like, okay, thanks. It would have been beautiful for like a wellness or a
That
bikini
suit
girl.
ugly.
because it was just cluttered stones. Like it was no design.
Hmm.
It was just kind of like from a distance, it would look one color. So yeah, it would be more suited for like a bikini or wellness girl, but for figure, it just wasn't what I wanted. But she completely redid it, and then I ended up with like probably one of the most gorgeous suits, in my opinion,
Yep.
she's ever made. So,
That's
but
what's
yeah.
really sets her apart is truly how professional she is because I think it's just like any other professional business. I say this all the time about hairstyling and personal training. Like being good at lifting weights does not mean you're good at teaching other people how to lift weights or to own a gym. Like that
Yeah,
does those are separate. Same thing
it's
with
separate
hairstyling.
skills
You can be an
altogether.
awesome hairstylist. That does not make you a good salon owner. Like that's a whole different. And same thing with like suit making. Like you can be an amazing suit maker, but if you're not, that doesn't mean you know how to run a business. And so that's like one thing with Chris is like she just combines the both of those is like the first thing she wants to do is have a FaceTime call with you, which is I've never had that with any other designer. And that's like, and we were on the phone for like an hour and a half. At what you don't feel rushed or anything like that, which is like that. It's crazy that that's what sets her apart, but it is. And just how professionally she handles things. So,
And you get what you pay for.
Well, I
yep.
loved with her, like we haven't struggled with getting a top to fit because she's pretty good with like taking your measurements. But the fact that like when
Mm,
I met her at the Olympia, I told her I was like, I'm gonna try some molded cups to see if before I did the internal bra, I was like, I want to see if that's enough to get my
push
boobs
it
while
over.
not shadowing
Hmm.
my lat, so I don't have to have surgery. She literally was like, she's like, "Phoop," pulled out a tape measure, like Cinderella. She was like, "Do you care if I measure you here?" And I'm like, "Okay, Gus, Gus, let's go." You know, like I love it. And so she did. I'm just standing at the expo, like she's measuring my boobs, but
Hmm.
my practice suits were perfect. It's just I have decided I don't like the molded cups. They don't move
Hmm.
with me.
Hmm.
But yeah, I'm gonna end up buying another practice suit probably that doesn't have molded cups, or just have her cut me a new
Yeah.
top for one
Once
of
you
them.
have the, yeah. But
But
even
I'm
still, your boobies are probably going to change for a while. I would say it took like at least a year for mine to be like in the spot that they're in now. Like
yeah,
I'm actually shocked how much they changed.
I've read that because they said that they'll as they relax, they'll soften up and full out at the bottom. Because right
Hmm.
now, like they are still very, very high, but I want them up here.
I know. That's what's nice.
Like I told the doctor, I was like, I want to look like a bimbo. Like that's what I asked
Yeah.
for. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to set
Exactly.
the plate right here, But no, I think it's
Hmm.
gonna be good.
Yeah.
So I definitely think
Definitely.
it was gonna be worth it in the end because I sent Tanya the video. I was like, look, you can see my lats.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
good.
I saw that. Yeah.
Oh,
With my
nice.
little surgical bra on. I was so proud. I
Hmm.
was like, they're not hidden anymore. Look at me.
That's really good, especially as swollen as they still are, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
awesome.
we'll see. I'm excited. I'm ready to, I want to
Yeah,
practice
no,
more
I'm
so
just
bad,
I'm
but
just
I don't.
Yeah.
excited to meet like for me, I was like when I booked those air tickets, I told my friends, I was like, I mean, I don't actually really care how I place. I'm just excited because I finally get to meet people
Your
like
people.
yourselves
Yeah. Your
Yeah.
and I
people.
get to hold you in person.
Yeah. I love it.
Aw.
Yeah.
I love it.
No, it means a lot when you're like always on the outside and you know a lot of your friends and your followers and your community, it's like in the States.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Do you have a community there in Australia?
Yeah, we do, of course.
Yeah.
But before I moved here, like half of my friends and like all the people I ever interacted with for a figure, whether it's women's physique, whatever, it's always in the US.
In the US, yeah.
Yeah, so it'll
Are
be
there
nice.
other uh, is there other physique competitors or figure competitors at your gym?
No,
No.
no.
Hmm.
Yeah. Well, I was like when I made that decision, I messaged Heather immediately. I was like, all right, I guess we're doing it. And it's crazy because literally 2 months ago, never crossed my mind. Like I was just
Hmm.
did it for fun. And I was like, yeah, it's probably not gonna happen. Nah. I didn't even think like I was gonna be a physique girl. No.
I honestly
Yeah.
love your structure because, um, and I do think a lot of Asians, like y'all have very small waist. And so
Hmm.
you don't have to be super big to look super big because your waist is so tiny. And you have very bubbly muscle on top of that. But
Hmm.
honestly, I get such back envy like I've always I told Tanya the first time I talked to her, I was like, I'm a fangirl because like she's got like these ropes that like your freaking erectors and
All the
like runways are
erectors,
just
yeah.
like so like
That's what people tell
3D
me.
that I think that you're just I think you're gonna do really well in women's
Yeah.
physique. I really do. Like I think you just got that bubbly structure, because when you look at like Brittany or like Meg's big, but Meg's 5'10".
Mm-hmm.
She's a tall woman. But then you have like Brittany's not large. Natalia's not large.
Mm-hmm.
Even Sarah in person is not, she's not that big. You know what I mean? And and so a lot of it too is how you pose, but a lot of it's just like how genetically you're structured and you have that really waspy waist.
Mm-hmm.
And although I think you would do very well in figure, I think you will do better in physique. But that's my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Like
like women's
that,
physique because I
that
like
is
female
literally
muscle.
what I experienced when I because Justin wanted me taking check-ins in both. So I was like, okay, I said like I told Christina, let's do one session just for me to learn like women's physique poses so that I can
Check in. Mm-hmm.
Fine with
practice.
it, yeah.
And she was like, okay, let's do that front double by myself. Okay. She was like, stop wasting your time. She was
I love
like,
her. I just love her. That's so her. I could hear her
please stop
literally saying
wasting your
that.
time. She was like, Jenna, you're pretty. My figure is pretty because the structurally it works for you.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's pretty. If you have the structure, like it works. She was like, but every time you do it, like you just have that beaming kind of
Mm-hmm.
presence that people like to look at when you hit that front double. I'm like, no. So
Mm-hmm.
she said, like, stop wasting your time. She
Yeah.
said, don't waste the arms. That's what she said.
Yeah. It's so true. And it's just like you need to hear that. It's like in a very like loving way, but like so honest and true. It's like and direct, Like I
Yeah,
love
no,
that.
I really appreciate it because like why
Hmm.
I wanted her to post me in women's physique because I wanted her to tell me where I belong because she's posed like thousands of
Hmm.
physiques. She would know
Right.
whether you fit in the division or not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Like
like
besides Justin's opinion, that probably is like the other like you're a mentor and coach that you need to listen to for that. So
Well, and Justin is he's great,
she
but he's a little
personally,
biased because he
he's totally
loves
biased.
women's
Oh, I'm
physique.
sure Justin is just like freaking the hell out. He's
He
probably
loves women's
so
physique.
amped that she's doing women's physique. He knows like you're about to blow this shit up this year.
And
I know he's
Alani,
just like amped.
Alani's transitioning to women's physique too, right?
yeah,
Oh, is
she is too.
she?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jessica's next. She's next. She needs to do women's physique too.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Hmm.
her back density and her legs, she's grown so much in this last off
yeah.
season. And I don't even think she's really realized it, but I posted on one of her posts. I was like, just throw up a back double. Just throw it up. Just post it.
Just
Like
do it.
just let us see it.
Yeah. Let us be the
It's
judge.
like back porn. I'm like, just flex for me.
We'll just
I'm the creepy internet troll. I was like, let me see your flexing. I want to see the double biceps.
oh my God. Please go post that on her shit right now. You creeper. Oh my gosh.
I'm a
No, I'm very
fangirl
yeah, it's gonna
all
be
day long.
awesome.
But it
It's gonna
was
be
really
awesome.
interesting because with Justin, I told him like, bro, I want to stop having to post two things and practice two things because
Yeah.
look, and you can't expect me to put up a routine for both, be good at it,
Mm-hmm.
and then hyper work on the endurance and all the nuances. It's not gonna be easy. Try to like doing both going to the
Mm-hmm.
season. So I said I would like to kind of like decide soon. So he was like, no, but Justin was honestly the last one to get on board with the whole women's
Oh,
physique thing with me.
really? I'm
Yeah.
shocked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was surprised too. And
Mm-hmm.
then after the whole posing thing, Christina personally went to have a conversation with him. She was like, no,
Now
stop.
mom has to call dad and be like, look,
We've decided baby Tanya is doing women's physique.
exactly, exactly.
Okay. I
But
love
yeah,
Not
it
it.
was
wasting her time anymore.
because she took those pictures and when she sent them to me, I myself, I was shocked at how they
Hmm.
look.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit, do I really look? Is that me?
Hmm.
Hmm.
Like she won't Photoshop a screenshot on the video call.
Yeah.
She's not bubbling you up.
She
That's just how you
photoshopped
look.
you to convince you should do women's physique. She used that AI bullshit, put 10 pounds of muscle on you.
That's a good
That
point,
thing was
though,
trending for a
is
while.
Oh, it's
focusing
crazy.
on one, because realistically, like at the pro level, it is so incredibly competitive and nitpicky. You really
Yeah,
can't fit both divisions
Yeah.
and do well because the level of leanness and graininess that you need for physique, they don't want that in figure. Or you would
Yeah.
have to like
yes.
almost softly pose for figure and then like flex hard for women's physique. So
Hmm.
it does, when you have that all or nothing mentality, like if you really want to bring women's physique look, you're not going to do well in figure because they're
Yeah,
different.
Hmm. Yeah.
And vice versa.
That
You would be
makes
too
that makes
soft for
sense.
women's physique if you tried to nail figure. So you do kind of have to pick one. And
choose.
Matt Jansen did that to me for North Americans. He's like, eventually you're going to have to pick a division. He
Hmm.
was like, you can't
Yeah,
do both for, because I actually loved doing both. Um, he's like, we've got to fit one. He's like, because as you progress, you're going to outgrow, you're going to not fit both all the time.
yeah,
So
Hmm.
pick one. And then I let Sandy pick. So,
yeah. That was actually first one to bring that up was actually Elaine because for me getting peeled is not a problem.
Hmm.
My physique is just one of those that looks good being shredded with lines.
Hmm.
Even with my figure, I'm always borderline too lean. So to figure that out, they always have me on the flatter end. But when I'm flat, I don't look good because I look good bubbly and full. I'm one of those that
Hmm.
I never look good flat. So Eleni was like, Justin's gonna make you look freaky because like that's what Justin does based on her experience. And she said like, I don't want you to spend 20K coming to the States for a month because you're international. And
Right.
then you look your all-time best because obviously everyone's gonna like you looking freaky, but you
Yeah.
end up placing towards the back end last just because we
Yeah.
did
You're too
division.
lean and you're too flat.
well,
Yep.
and they're not going for the
That's so
freaky
true.
looking figure right now. They want
Mm.
Yeah, no, they're gonna
streamlined.
the other direction.
Yeah, they want streamlined, more symmetry, less freaky. Because there's some of those girls. There was one girl. She was an Olympian, but she was not consistent with her placing. I'm not gonna remember her name, but she's quite large. But she's got that freak factor, and she looks incredible on stage. But honestly, I'm like, again, just throw up the double biceps.
Yeah.
Like, just give in to the women's physique. You need to.
Muscle
Um,
worshiper.
I listen. The owner of Morph's wife
Uh,
is obsessed with calves. And when we were in Dallas, she was like, will you just flex your calves for me?
show
And I
me
was
your
like,
calves.
yeah, sure.
There's like pictures of your calves floating around the internet right now.
That was the
Absolutely.
first video I posted during prep that got like
Hmm.
130,000 views. I was like, what is wrong with you people? It's literally me doing calf raises.
People envy the calves now. Don't get,
They
it's
do.
true.
Oh yeah,
People
you
love
it's
calves.
the
It
most
cracks me up.
genetically determined muscle. I have
Yeah.
no plans.
No,
None.
I don't believe it.
No, I really don't. Like, go and look at my pictures.
No,
I'm
it's
going
because
to.
your quads and hamstrings are so massive. You
Oh, is
look
that what
like you
it is?
don't have calves.
It really looks like that. It's my
Tanya
dad's
goes
car.
measures her calves 25 inches. Oh, guess they
Nah,
are
no
big.
way.
Doing 76 sets of calves a week.
Oh, this has been
Oh,
fun, but I
yeah,
got to
yes,
talk to
I know.
patients now.
I gotta go look like I do hair so I can go do some.
Have a good
Tanya,
day ahead,
join
you
us
guys.
next week.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. Like every time we jump on, like it's always like we cover so much in like an hour.
Hmm.
Us. Yeah, so good.
Yeah,
I
we're
feel
so
like
glad.
we talk about so much, but also about nothing.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But that's what makes
Well,
it fun.
what I like is like this whole like podcast thing. It just gives us an excuse to like get together every week.
Yeah, it's just a
Yeah,
hangout sesh. That's what it is, and I love it. It's the way I
pretty
catch up with
much.
my girlfriends.
Mm.
All right, dear. I'm gonna stop recording.